Hi, I'm Jason Hanneth,
And I'm Theresa Hanneth.
and we're here to talk to you a little bit about our experience with the series Chasing the Lion and share a little bit about what God has done through that series in our life and the experiences we're having currently in our business in particular, and how truly that series spoke directly to our life and have been a tremendous blessing.
So Jason came to me about 1.5 years, 2 years ago, and expressed to me that he had felt like God had put on his heart that we were supposed to launch a Christian social media network. And I thought he was a little crazy, but I listened to what he had to say, and we began this process about 1.5 years ago.
And to give you a little background on it, we have at least some background in database building and being able to create websites, but nothing in comparison to the scale that this has truly brought us into. I use an example with people all the time. I feel like I was going to build a bass boat, and then God's got me building the ark. And so we went from feeling, or I went from feeling kind of in control, and it was something we were going to do just to kind of give back to God and to being something that He has brought us into extremely deep waters. And the lion went from a cub to a 500-pound lion. And there have been times, so many times during this, that I think both of us have looked into that hole where that lion is and thought, are we going to jump in? Once we jumped in, we found that continually that God's grace and mercy overrides everything within inside of what our fears are, and that He gives us that faith as we take one step at a time. And what's been so powerful, I think, out of the series for both of us is that we're reminded of the promises of God. We're reminded that this is the walk that God has called us all to. And through the support of my wife, I'm so grateful, and all that she does within inside of the company, and our kids' involvement, the community, and Elevate has been fantastic with us and working on this app to help us bring about what God's true vision is, because that's really what it's about. It's about God's vision and what He wants to do and how He wants to get us to be engaged. And I think that's that relationship between us and Elevate, and how we felt even connected with Elevate, is that getting out in the community, not just sitting in four walls, but they're equipping us and educating us and encouraging us to be able to get out and serve Monroe and be a part of this community. And I think that's the biggest part of the lion for me, is to get out of my comfort zones, to do whatever God has called me to do.
And we've had a lot of challenges that have come our way, and I think for me this series has helped me to really go back and be inspired that we are going to have challenges along the way. I mean, there have been challenges in respect to how are we actually going to put this together. We don't have the background to do this. Financial challenges, how is the money going to come in that we're actually going to need to get this built and developed? And each challenge that we have faced, God has provided for.
Every time.
And so this series for us has just truly been a reminder, and I think that it was perfect timing for us. We needed this because we were at a point when we were getting ready to launch this social media app, this Christian family-friendly social media app. And it's been really hard at times, and sometimes we wonder if this is what we're supposed to be doing. Did we really hear from God on this?
But I think in that, every time He brings me back, that He implanted this, and I think of that scripture in Jeremiah where it says, before He formed me in the womb, He knew me, and He planted and set a destiny for me. And I continue to go back that, our calling in life is, again, it is to reach out to people, in our hearts are really to, again, serve other people. And He's put that in us. So again, He confirms that. He's provided all of the finances that we've needed. He's provided the support and
the people.
And He's brought our family together, because we've got kids. And one of the driving factors behind this is we wanted to have something that was also safe, that they could communicate with their friends over. And so anyway, we're just very grateful to Elevate. We're very grateful that we were part of this series. And we're just grateful that God's given us the strength and the opportunity to chase a lion. And what we encourage everybody out there to do is that if we can do it, I'm no Mark Zuckerberg, and I'm a 50-year-old app developer, which I never thought in a million years I'd end up being. But what I want to encourage everybody out there to do is no matter how big that dream is, no matter how big that vision is that God has given you, He will provide every step of the way. And as we've been encouraged, just take that first step, move out. And on top of that, reach out to the people and the ministers here in this church, because they are there to help you. You're not alone. You're not alone. Your family's not alone. You have a great opportunity and a great place to be able to plant that seed and take root and go into the community and do what you need to do and what God's called you to do.